The main problems are just short-term memory loss. Just you'll sit in class and you won't remember what the teacher said to you. Like the next day you'll go take a quiz and you won't remember things on the quiz, but you were there in class and you learned it.
My head would like really start throbbing. Every now and then I would get feelings of nausea.
And then if you overdo things like homecoming, the noise was terrible for me and I had to leave.
It had like a wavy effect to it, and so I wasn't necessarily, it was very disorienting and very dizzy. Just kind of confusing about what was actually there, and there was some kind of reflection, which is part of having a concussion.
These are just a few of the many students at this school that have suffered from a concussion. We asked our psychology teacher to elaborate on the subject.
The traditional definition of a concussion was that it's basically a bruise, and a bruise is a breaking of blood vessels. Probably the simplest way to think about it is if you imagine a plate of a Jell-O mold. It's mostly solid, but it's very soft and pliable. Your brain is very similar to that in structure and constancy, but it's inside of this very hard bone of the skull. Whether you're running or driving in a car or whatever, your body, including the brain and skull, are moving, and you suddenly come to a stop. You slam on the brakes or you get hit. Your head wants to keep moving forward. The seatbelt might grab you by the chest and prevent you from going forward, but your brain inside your head is still going to keep moving forward until eventually you stop. The brain sloshes forward a little bit, bumps up against the front of the inside of the skull, and then goes back, and then forward and back and forward and back and forward.
The symptoms of a concussion can include a headache, dizziness, blurred vision, balance problems, sensitivity to light, sensitivity to noise, difficulty concentrating, confusion, or drowsiness. All of these symptoms may get worse with physical or mental activity.
On average, those diagnosed with concussions are teenagers, ages 16 through 19. The cause is a wide variety of activities. Our athletic trainer, Ashley, gives us tips for prevention.
There's not really a way to prevent them unless you have gear or equipment that helps prevent them, as in mouth guards and helmets and whatnot, but for a lot of sports that isn't the case. So you have to just be aware of the symptoms to know when to catch it early, so that way the earlier you catch it, the faster recovery time usually is how it happens.
This has been Jordan Codner and Matt Coco reporting for GET. Stay safe out there.